Adam's Retro Film Reviews, The American 2010.
Hello?
It's Jack. I want out.
Consider it your last job. You don't even have to pull the trigger.
You're American.
I'll say. A working vacation.
You have the hands of a craftsman. You are good with machines.
I do what I'm good at.
The Belgians think someone might have put a tail on you. You've got a long list of enemies, Jack. I told them no one gets close to you.
They don't.
You're a good man, but you have a secret.
You have done much sinning.
All men are sinners. Everything I've done, I've had good cause to do.
Another film I've seen many times before, The American is a faintly noir action thriller adapted from the novel A Very Private Gentleman by Martin Booth. Directed by Anton Corbijn and written by Rowan Joffe, The American introduces us to Jack, played by George Clooney, a contract killer, gunsmith and man on the run. When we first meet Jack, he's getting cosy with his lover Ingrid in the Swedish countryside until he's attacked by unseen snipers deep in the woods. To Ingrid's shock, Jack pulls a gun and quickly dispatches the would-be assassins before turning the gun on the only other witness, Ingrid. Disturbed that he was found, Jack retreats to Rome to get in contact with his handler Pavel, played by Johan Leysen. Pavel isn't happy but provides an address for Jack to hide away until further notice. Soon, Jack is en route deep into the picturesque mountain villages of Italy, eventually settling on Castel del Monte, changing his name to Edward. Initially keeping his head down, Jack, let's call him Edward, is noticed by the locals and a faint friendship emerges between Edward and the local priest Father Benedetto, played by Paolo Bonacelli. As Edward gets more comfortable, he begins to frequent the local brothel, soon getting very close to one woman in particular, Clara, played by the beautiful Violante Placido, and they begin to meet outside of work. Meanwhile, Pavel hasn't forgotten Edward and tasks him to meet with another contract killer, Mathilda, played by Thekla Rutan. She requests Edward build her a gun, a sniper rifle with enough stopping power to take out her target while still being able to easily fit into a small bag or case. It will take some work and Edward sets to it, but his heart isn't in it. The more he talks with Father Benedetto, the more he falls for Clara, the more he wants out of it. Haunted by the death of Ingrid and still watching his back for the arrival of more Swedish assassins, Edward is drawn more and more to the peaceful countryside. His fascination with butterflies soon earning him the nickname Mr. Butterfly by both Matilda and Clara. But as the job comes to an end, Edward is forced to confront the harsh reality that the price to get out of the game is a heavy one. The American absolutely blows me away every time. Inspired by spaghetti western genre, there are also frequent references to Sergio Leone, both visually and in the soundtrack, and most notably in the atmosphere. Yes, The American might have been a rough take on the James Bond franchise, but the atmosphere and pacing of this film is slow, methodic and deeply memorable. Every lingering shot paints a picture in your mind. You know every narrow alley, every street, every angle to disappear into. Indeed, the director was inspired by the Venetian streets in Don't Look Now for many of these shots, and it absolutely works. The story, while second to The American's atmosphere, is light but beautifully heartbreaking and earnest, and well, all I can say is go watch it yourself. It's on Netflix right now and I really won't do the film justice in saying any more. Check it out.
A man can be rich if he has God in his heart.
I don't think God's very interested in me, Father.